Wendy and Ramona Shelburne reporting about Kawhi Leonard's injuries. Let's start there. Wendy, thanks for joining us. Joins us right now on the Goodyear Hotline. Kawhi said after the game that his knee was fine, but we all saw him hobble off the court after that happened. It feels like it's not a big surprise, but for the Clippers, it's got to be a big shock to not have him for Game 5 tonight.
So many injuries, guys. It's really upsetting, and the Clippers yet again looked like they were getting some traction, and this is a devastating blow. It's going to – I don't know if it'll completely derail their chances, but how can I look at you with a straight face and tell you that it's not? It's my understanding that while this is not a serious knee injury, it is a type of injury that is going to keep him out for this series in all likelihood, and potentially would keep him out for the rest of the playoffs, depending on how it recovers. It's so disappointing because obviously the Clippers last year, were healthy at the end, but were off kilter because of their season. This year they really focused on trying to hit their stride, and it's been choppy. But here they are, with the ability to do it. And Kawhi and Paul George are playing well, and they're going to lose them, guys. And look, he it's so difficult. I mean, Kawhi can speak to this right to you. Like, there have been years when he has been healthy, and at the end of it, he's holding the finals trophy. And then there are other years when he gets hurt, and it's not. Not only the year that he, missed with the quad injury, but they might have upset the Warriors that year had he not stepped on Zaza Pachulia's ankle. And, this is going to be a year, it looks like, where he's going to be out for the playoffs when it matters. And it's just so disappointing, but this is the game now. And I don't have the answer. All I can do is report to you guys what happened.
Brian, it was just at the end of the game where I forget who the reporter was, but asked him, saw you bump knees, how you feeling? He's like, it's not going to be a thing. I'll be just fine. I mean, when did the timing of all this happen when they found out that this isn't going to be able to go down for him?
Well, Jay, did you always tell the truth about injury?
Yeah, very true. Very true, Brian.
It's hard to see when there's concern on Kawhi Leonard's face because he has the same look at all times. But, he grimaced pretty bad on that. And I was kind of surprised they didn't come over and, treat him. He was just sort of sitting on the bench without getting treatment, and maybe he told them, stay away from me. I don't want to give anything away. But he obviously had to have been feeling that something happened. I mean, he really yelped. They put out an injury report yesterday saying that he wasn't injured. But last night he told his teammates, I don't know if it was on a text or a Zoom call or whatever, last night he told them, he's like, listen, I'm going to be out for a bit. And, that's how the word started to get out overnight, basically, that he had told his teammates. So, they obviously are going to have a little bit of time to prepare, but they can't manufacture another Kyrie Irving before tonight. And, complicating matters potentially is Mike Conley, who's been out for this series, was upgraded to questionable. I don't know if he is going to be able to go tonight, but he is getting closer coming back, whereas the Clippers are losing their best player.
The CP3 news comes out also just before this happens. So Chris Paul also now being in health and safety protocols. I know you weren't working directly on this story, but you are, pretty well plugged in. I guess the question is whether or not he had the vaccine, which could change how much time he would have to spend in the protocol. What do you know about that and the fact that they are waiting until Sunday or at least the earliest Sunday to play in the Western Conference Finals? There's a lot that can happen between now and then, right?
Well, I don't know whether he was exposed to COVID or tested positive. Obviously, the rules are different for that, depending on whether you're vaccinated. I don't know whether he was vaccinated. Guys, if he's not vaccinated, it'd be pretty surprising to me because he was leading all of the calls and leading all of the plotting and planning for rolling out the vaccine to players as the head of the players union. So I would be surprised, but I don't know the answer. Also, if he has COVID and he's not vaccinated, what are his symptoms? Does he have an asymptomatic case, a mild case, or, we have seen guys suffer, Jason Tatum, for example, suffered for months with it. So, there's a lot of variables that maybe he doesn't even know now. I mean, if you're looking at a positive, it comes when they have a week off. And we have seen many players who are either exposed or even have the virus sort of bounce back very quickly. And so these are all questions we don't have the answer to, but are going to be huge in the coming days here. And the other issue is, look at how this is opening for the Suns. You know, guys are dropping left and right. We literally just have news that one of their biggest rivals in the West just lost their best player. I mean, you know, they get the Nuggets, who are all banged up. You know, the Lakers, they're behind in that series. Guys, they may lose that series if Anthony Davis doesn't tweak his groin. And, Chris Paul had his near miss. It hit on his shoulder. He hit on his shoulder. It could have been a disaster. He dodged the bullet and was able to get healthy, and now he's playing his best basketball. Like, this could be his moment. And so, look, we can't control this virus. We know that, but I really hope that this doesn't ruin his moment.
I'm telling you, the laundry list now of injuries of the star players so far in this playoffs is going to be a big story, or already is a big story in the playoffs. Brian, we thank you so much for the time and the insight.
Guys, brace for more news.
Oh, really? Oh, wait a minute. Brian Windhorst just said brace for more news.
Oh, jeez.